What is up, you guys? It's your boy Roman. Today we're gonna reacting to scary animation, the dark web of meeting online people. So without further ado, this is a Cub Scout video. Yes, guys. So without further ado, let's watch Cub Scout video. Here we go.
Hey from the Cub Scouts, welcome back to another episode of reacting to scary animations and just having a good time with you all. You are all loving this series. I am too. It's one of my favorite series to do. We are actually
it's also my favorite series to do too.
We are going to react to some animations in today's episode. If you guys are cool with that and you're down with that, everybody get ready and buckle up, because here we go. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention we are going to react to videos from 1C Entertainment. They are putting out some bangers lately, so go check out their channel in the description box below. But the first video we're going to check out is called Someone Was Beside Me While I Was Sleeping. That's never good.
When I was 10 or 11, my cousin and aunt visited us. We had fun throughout the day, and my aunt and cousin decided to sleep at my other aunt's house before leaving early in the morning. After such a fun day, I insisted upon sleeping at my aunt's house too, so I could spend more time with everyone. Later that night, we all fell asleep in the guest room, the only room that was available for us. I woke up suddenly at 5 a.m. I heard my mom and other aunt talking, so I was definitely awake. I saw that my cousin and aunt's things weren't there anymore, so I assumed they'd already left. I was about to fall back asleep. I looked at my left and saw someone sleeping beside me. I was about to hug her, thinking it was my 21-year-old girl cousin.
Why would you want to hug your 21-year-old girl sleeping cousin? What is wrong with you, you freak of nature?
But then I saw her face. She wasn't my cousin at all. She was someone I didn't know. But she looked about the age of my cousin. She wore pajamas and a black shirt, and all I could do was stare at her. She started doing strange things.
What is that?
Stretching her legs up and down, and just focusing on the ceiling.
Bro, she's flexible.
It was all so odd.
Damn.
But feeling tired,
flexible for sure.
I eventually drifted off to sleep.
Why would you drift off back to sleep when someone's doing mattress gymnastics all up in your shits? How could you go back to sleep?
Like nothing had happened. I woke up at 8 a.m., looking at my left, and she was gone. I told everything to my mom and every family member in the house.
Mommy,
but no one knew what I had experienced, or who the girl was. My dad told me that my third eye was starting to see more, but I didn't really believe that.
Bro,
I'm turning 13
right
now, and that experience still remains a mystery to me. It never happened to me again.
Oh.
And hopefully
just a girl with some DSLs. Oh, that was it. Wow. Okay, so little girl thought that her cousins and her aunt were just in the room with her. Turns out it was a girl doing some crazy ass shit right there. If you guys have ever experienced something like that, please let me know. Next video of today's episode is called Creepy Abandoned Building Horror Story Animated. And I told you guys that sometimes I might have relatable stories to the videos we're watching. And I actually have been in a creepy abandoned building when I used to live in Japan. And yes, I used to live in Japan. That's a story for another video. But when I used to live in Japan, there used to be a ton of buildings that were just abandoned. Like, it had nobody in there. There was no door, so you could just walk in and out. There was tape, you know, to keep you out of it, like caution tape. But come on, man, I'm a rebel, you know? Sold me! But usually it was empty, like my love life when I was a young kid. So nothing happened, but I have been inside abandoned buildings, and we made it creepy. Like, our own imaginations made it creepy. But I don't even know why I told you guys that. Like, do you guys even care? Let's just begin the video.
This happened a few weeks ago.
Whoa, new narrator.
I live in California.
What's up, my guy?
And have always been good friends with this kid named Ethan.
I don't trust that face. Ethan looks like a good no shit weasel.
Hey, there we go.
We had all the same interests, so we got along great. But that's besides the point. There's this old abandoned house a few blocks away that has been vacant for years.
Well, I mean, if it looks like that, of course it's gonna be vacant for years, you asshead.
I have no idea why it was never fixed and sold. The point is, it's abandoned. All the neighborhood kids are always telling
Scratching like
rumors
no
about the
hairs on
place.
his chin.
And to be honest with you, I never thought they could be true. The house was creepy
there we go.
as fuck, though.
I did not expect him to say that. Hold on, we gotta go back. I did not expect him to say
It's
that.
creepy as fuck, though.
The house was
So
creepy
one
as
night,
fuck, though.
while Ethan
I
was
already
creepy
love
as
this guy.
fuck, though.
That's my guy.
Okay, that was
decided
actually
to
awesome.
Sneak out at like 1 a.m.
That was awesome,
Yeah.
man. That was
Explore the
freaking
place.
awesome.
I'm loving this.
That was
We brought
awesome.
along our phones for flashlights and to
Aw,
record.
yeah.
So
got the
we rode our
rubbers?
bikes down the block and found the house. It was 2 stories high and made of brick, with broken windows and an overgrown lawn.
Is that somebody's shadow, or is that just a dirty window? That's a head right there. That's a body. You got me messed up.
Basically all the natural traits of an abandoned house. Ethan and I hid our bikes in a bush and went around the backside.
Okay.
Oddly enough, the back door was unlocked.
Uh-oh, creepy.
One of the rumors is that local homeless people, drug addicts, and gang members all hang out here. So the
They
fact
got
that
knives
someone
just ready.
seemed to have been here kind of freaked us out. Inside, it smelled like shit.
Yo, I like this guy.
Narrator.
Yo.
Hold on, I gotta see who this was narrated by. Story submitted by Liam Egg. Who, narrated this? That is so dope. This guy's awesome.
It was so dark that if it weren't for our flashlights,
I like this
definitely
guy so
wouldn't have been
much.
able to see anything. We walked through what appeared to be a kitchen, around through a living room, into a foyer.
Oh, yeah.
Just as we were about to go upstairs, there was a sudden, loud thump.
Ooh,
Ethan and I
that would
jumped and
make me
stood
shit
frozen.
inside of my own insides.
Dude, I think someone's up there. I whispered to Ethan. Yeah, no kidding. He said back, let's check it out. Dude, are you fucking crazy? I said. But Ethan either didn't hear or ignored me,
Ethan
as
got
he was already
Stone Age
halfway up the
balls.
stairs.
What a trooper.
As much as I did not want to go up there, I decided to anyways because there was no way in hell I was staying down in the dark alone.
Leave the
I got
house.
upstairs,
Duh.
heard an identical
Idiot.
thump down the hall. Holding up my phone to continue recording, I reluctantly followed Ethan down there. We approached the doorway and glanced through to see someone standing by the window.
Oh!
It was so dark.
Oh
All
my.
we could make out was a brown sweater he was wearing.
Shit, Brown?
We knew he had to know we were here
Who is you?
because we had already
Who
shown
is
the
you?
flashlight on him. Ethan began to cautiously walk towards the guy.
Why would you do that?
I stood back by the doorway.
What is your
Ethan
problem,
walked
dude?
up to the guy, strained his body to look at his face, and screamed.
What?
He shoved the guy, who fell to the floor, stiff
Oh,
like
that wasn't a real
statue,
guy?
and grabbed my shirt collar as he tugged me away from there. I dropped my phone as we nearly trampled each other running down the stairs and out the back door.
Of course you left your
Got
phone.
on our bikes and pedaled fast as possible back
Of course
home.
you left the only shred of evidence inside
Apparently,
the house.
when Ethan had walked up to the stiff man, he realized that the man was some sort of taxidermied human with
No.
black sockets where his eyes had been taken out. At the same time, he heard a crack in the floorboards from across the room and saw the silhouette of a man huddled in a dark corner watching him.
No.
We had the nerve to go back to the house a few days later to try and find my phone. But it was gone, as the taxidermied human and whoever was in that house. We didn't dare report it to the police for fear of getting busted for breaking and entering and sneaking out at night. I know. I guess that sounds stupid now. Ethan and I are still great friends in high school, and this memory is still one we will never forget for as long as we live.
Okay, I have 4 things to say about that video. Reasonable, logical explanation. Everybody hear me out. 1, the thumping they heard could have been like a raccoon. It could have been a possum. It could have been like a wild animal that snuck in through the back, went upstairs to try and find food or a place to sleep, and then it just either bumped into the wall or just made a loud noise that caused that thumping sound. 2, somebody knew that that place was abandoned, and they put a mannequin up there, and then the kid probably thought it was a taxidermied human, and then couldn't really make out the facial features because it was dark. So he filled the rest of the gaps on the mannequin in his mind and thought it had no eyes and it just looked all weird. And 4, the person that he saw in the corner Sometimes when we're so scared, we have an overactive imagination. He probably saw something in the corner, but it wasn't really there, so that was all in his mind. And I actually have one more thing to say about that video. That narrator was dope as fuck. Next video of today's episode is called True Hotel Shower Horror Story Animated. I'm actually excited to see this, and not because it's like a hotel shower thing. Only because showers are already creepy. Sometimes when you just have like a very active imagination, you don't want to shampoo your hair or wash your face with both eyes closed because you think something's coming up. Well, something's coming up in this. So let's see.
This happened a few months ago when my family and I were driving back from my aunt's house in Carmel. The sun was slowly starting to set as we continued driving. As my mom started to get tired of driving, my dad spotted a nice-looking hotel that was pushed back in the forest.
Alright, here we go. Alright, you guys, so guys, join. So if you make the channel, hope guys join until then. And I'll see you
walked towards the hotel.
in the next
The place seemed nice.
Dashi
I had a
Cub
bad
Scout
feeling
for
about
Boys
the hotel.
8-bit run. Goodbye.
My dad